It is time for Halloween to truly begin. We got all the other maps out of the way, so now it is time to focus on the Blood Moon. So, we're pretty early on in Halloween, even though we could have started a little earlier. But it's time for me to start earning some points for the event. Now let's get in here so I can hear myself out of the rain. Now I got lucky, because Tanglewood was one of the maps we can visit to begin with. So maybe I'll have some hiding spots. Okay, here's one. Now, as for these, I'm going to take a photo of one, and I guess I'll activate it, just to make things a little more interesting. But the goal is to... Oh, I didn't realize this was filled up. But the goal is to try and get as many points as I can, and I think I just need to get objectives and the ghost right. I didn't actually look at the event, so maybe at some point we'll actually look at it, but I kind of remember from last year. I think it's just getting the ghost right and doing the objectives, and maybe we'll get some extra points for doing media. Well, let me check here. I just want to make sure, yeah, nowhere to hide back there. But we do have one side of the map with the hiding spot. And okay. Now I know there's a lot of these around here. I want to maybe actually just try and play the game instead of just draining all my sanity. But it is good to know if I need to drain my sanity with them, I can. I thought I saw that over there. So, I don't know if I just heard something. So as for the objectives, it's basically all photo stuff. I don't know if I heard something. Let me walk around. Is anyone here? Is that back here? Oh my god, it was. Thank you. Okay. We do need a photo of EMF. So, okay, wow. I thought maybe this would be a little harder, but we already have 3 photos. EMF. Now, if you could just show yourself. It looks like we have a ghost back in here. Now, if I remember correctly, all 3 of these rooms do count as the same room. So, oh, I kind of wanted a photo of something levitating there. But let me check. Let me not get too excited. I want to see if I can run back here. Now, this is the thing. We're playing Nightmare. So, I'm surprised we even have 2 hiding spots. Okay, that's another thing that I remember I did from last year. Is just not turning on the breaker because of all the lights that are already around here. That gives you a real, like, false sense of security. It feels like I'm in the light, but I know my sanity is draining. And of course, all the lights that are here are red anyway. I don't really remember that from last year. Alright, before we move any further, let me try and figure out how far we've gotten. EMF, moon, I haven't forgotten. Okay, maybe I should try and get outside. I'm gonna run. Okay, instead of regrouping in there, let me go back to the truck maybe. So I didn't forget about the EMF 5. We got kind of lucky with that right off the bat. So I don't think I even mentioned this because I just wanted to get right in there. But yes, we're on Nightmare mode. Oh my god. All the objectives done. So I will try and go for a perfect game. Just, you know, it kind of depends on how hard things go. But if we get through things really easily, I'm going to try and go for a perfect game. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and get one thing of sanity going. Now, and this is the thing. I'm going to have to remember my nightmare knowledge. So we have 1 of 2 evidence. Okay, kind of worried about Raiju and stuff. We're not going to be able to tell if it's an early hunter because we don't have the board. Should I just go in with some evidence stuff? I think for safety, I'm going to bring in some evidence stuff. But let's just have a smudge on us for a little bit of safety. So yes, thinking about it being Nightmare, when I first walked in here, I was looking for hiding spots thinking it was going to be like professional. And there's actually 2 hiding spots. That had to have just been a door back there moving. Open these up a little bit more so I can see around. Well, let's try and stay in the light. I don't know how much is going to help my sanity. I haven't even looked. Julie. Julie, are you here? Problem is we don't have any photo or video. The photos were easy. So yeah, I do need to walk around and look for the bone maybe. Let's try and see if we can get lucky. Now, as for ghost orbs, how would ghost orbs work? I think they'd show up in the main room. Also, just heard something outside. At least we're seeing my breath in here. But on Nightmare, the ghost can change room a little bit more likely. And on Professional, the ghosts seem to have been changing their room a lot. Okay, Julie doesn't want much here. I'm afraid... Okay, the same thing happened, but at least I was able to pick it up this time. I'm afraid to put the dots on the ceiling. I'm gonna maybe put it right back in this corner? I don't know how far it'll... Oh my god, that's perfect, actually. Yeah, I didn't know how far down it would go, but that is a perfect little corner for the dots. Okay, then. Julie does seem to have calmed down. I don't know if I turned... So much for that. Okay. As soon as I say she calms down, and I don't have the video, I wanted to film that. Okay, maybe I should try and keep some kind of strategy. Okay, I'm gonna leave again if we're getting attacked like this. This is why I had the smudge in there, but of course she starts attacking me when I drop it. Let's get a crucifix in there. I'm gonna try and go slowly through this. Now, of course, you know, I was saying if this is gonna be easier, we got the objectives, but we gotta remember, Nightmare is not gonna be just as easy to figure this out. But at least I didn't see ghost orbs. I want to go in with every other thing, evidence, but I want one crucifix as well. I'm gonna leave the book there, see if it's freezing, and we'll try and see if we get like a lucky fingerprint. Okay, I'm not taking sanity, so we might get hunted here. Okay, but yeah, if I just walk around with this out, that's gonna help. Don't want to run too much. Touching any of these doors. Let me also just make sure I have my smudge on me. Alright. Can we please find this next evidence? Maybe it's just freezing. Not so lucky. Oh! What was that back here? Let me grab my EMF. I'm gonna run. I do have a smudge. Let me try and confirm where that bang was. I heard that window bang. Did you actually? I'm just running. Damn it. I wanted to also see if it was the window out here, which it doesn't seem to be. Alright, I am expecting a hunt anytime here. Let me drop some stuff. Use this nice convenient table. I'm gonna drop my light that way, I guess. The only thing I'm gonna try and take a photo of. I did get the mirror, totem. I have a ghost photo. I'm gonna try and get a photo of that being burned. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to check whatever that bang was, so I need to get salt in here. Can it be a wraith? Actually could be, so that's gonna be a big sign. Oh, a problem is that if you start throwing stuff through walls, I can't really do anything about that. But we got crucifix burned. Okay. That at least means we have the photos done. Kinda wanna go get salt. I'm pretty sure there's another chance of that burning up. Julie, are you here? See if we can't get some kind of interaction. I haven't filmed anything yet, I don't think. I gotta remember to always have the video camera on me if things start happening. Okay, I'm gonna now leave. Drop this out here. Drop this on the table. Let's go get salt. Maybe we'll see if it's a wraith. I have no idea. The only early hunting ghost, we gotta really be paying attention because this ghost is gonna be fast no matter what if we get hunted. Could be a Raiju. Doesn't seem like Oni. Now the breaker has been on. The Jinn could be a Jinn. Okay, let me think. The only other thing we can bring in there is this. So I'm gonna take one sanity just to try and give me some more time in there. The only other, I gotta make sure we get the evidence in there. So yeah, these two evidence and then salt. So that'll help with the last bit of evidence. So I still have my smudge, but we don't have the crucifix anymore. Okay. I don't know if nightmare mode is always just this hectic or if this is how the blood moon is. I'm gonna chalk it up to just being a blood moon. This is some perfect locations for this. There's gotta be some kind of other evidence here. Are you here, Julie? smudge. No, my smudge is gone. Okay, well, that's not a good start. I didn't pick up my smudge again, even though I was in hot range. Alright. This is just way too fast. We're gonna go in again, and we're gonna see if we can have a bit better of a game. I gotta, like, have a structure here. I just kind of went in balls to the wall. I gotta, like, structure evidence first and not worry too much about media and the objectives. Okay, this is gonna start out pretty crazy. And it was a wraith. Alright, this time I'm just going in. I'm gonna try to be a little more systematic about it. This time I've not even looked at the objectives. I'm going to entirely focus on evidence while I have sanity. Okay, we do have a thing back here. Now I'm gonna continue doing what I said to make it a little bit more insane, because that's gonna drain my sanity. I didn't summon the ghost here, did it? Whatever, there's a photo we can take. Okay, maybe the ghost really is back here. I'll tell you what, to try and do something a little different, and to not really give myself an advantage. Okay, I was gonna go looking for the bone, and we found it. Now, is there a hiding spot? We're only dealing with Tanglewood here. Let me do a quick run around, see if there's first item somewhere. Doesn't look like there's anything there. Now, of course, I can use the island here to hide and kind of loot, but if I can get a hiding spot, that is going to be ideal. I can already tell that's not good. What about that cursed item? I guess it's going to be down here. Now, last time I ran to this basement, it didn't really work out, did it? I'm going to say, please tell me. The only thing it could have been was that Ouija board. And there is a hiding spot down here, so I guess if I absolutely need to. Also, I gotta remember that breaker. I keep forgetting to turn on these lights just because all the other candles are already here. So let's get main house lights on. Seems the ghost is back here. Just get all this on. I got a lot of light switches I can use. Let's just try and drop my stuff on the floor to begin with. Now, the only hiding spot... let me get that photo, please. The only hiding spot was right in here, so I'm gonna probably have to run to the kitchen and just use that. So between the kitchen and the garage, hopefully I can loop, but we gotta remember this ghost is gonna be insanely fast. Didn't want to get the light on in case we have to run around, but there's still candles, so that's the only plus side, is that in the dark we should be able to see the ghost no matter what. Okay, and sanity's probably low. Ow. Maybe you actually are not in the room, I thought. And maybe that ghost event was another, fake out. Maybe this is actually a room. I'm gonna stand here for a second and try and see my breath. I already have a photo of the ghost and a photo of EMF. Photos seem to be the easier thing to take here. Could this be the same room? This is a problem I kind of have on Tanglewood, is if the ghost is over there, it'll start doing stuff through the walls in here. Oh, you did turn this off, though. Let me walk back into this bedroom, see if I can see my breath again. Because maybe she's just in here and doing stuff through the wall. That's the problem, though, is I'm not seeing my breath anywhere. It's gonna make more sense. Is this open? No. We do have one hiding spot. You're gonna disappear before I get too close. Okay. I'm gonna drop everything. Run. Let's go take a sanity. At least we're getting like pretty much every photo. Yes, ghost. Okay, that was a redundant photo. I didn't even have room for it. Okay. So let's just take a look. 3 photos, motion sensor, and then video of ghost. I'm gonna take 1 sanity. Let's bring in, I don't know, some easy evidence to maybe figure out. But I'm hoping that I didn't drain too much sanity. So if we get hunted here, the problem is like, I'm probably just gonna get killed unless I can actually get away. We have the thermometer. Let's look for rooms. Maybe you're just a foyer ghost. Yes, I think that's the truth. Oh god. Man, does this foyer go all the way out here? It's the same temperature everywhere in here. Oh my god. It's not very cold. Okay then, let me see. We did have the hiding spot back here, right? Maybe you're not actually in this room. I think you're foyer. and she's roaming. Who even is this? It's Cora Douglas. I'm gonna try and set up stuff right here. Maybe the dots like pointing down the hallway. Door moved? Okay, I'll record that. Alrighty, look, here's what I'm gonna do. I need to have more stuff in here to protect myself. If we're gonna do this, I need to have a smudge on me at all times. So let's get that smudge, because we're probably just gonna get hunted. I'm gonna bring in the last two evidence. We don't have the book, and then get the spirit box in there. But as long as I have at least one smudge, I can survive the hunt and then get out of here. Try and figure out my next plan. I think we have figured out though that the ghost is in the lobby. Probably wasn't the greatest idea to just go straight to nightmare mode with the blood moon, but I'm not afraid. This feels like an ultimate gauntlet though. Finally, a teddy bear sound. Don't get those too often. Camera, please. As long as I have that smudge, I'm okay. Let me set up maybe a dots projector. Just get as much stuff set up as I can in case I get evidence by accident. Part of me wants to smudge just to spend more time in here. But I'm gonna keep going. This, I needed to see. I think we figured it out though. It's just so warm. Okay. For one, I'm just gonna try and run. If I don't have to smudge, I'm not going to. Okay. Seems pretty normal speed. I'm gonna rule out some ghosts, but I'm not gonna do it just this second. I hope these hunts aren't any longer. I can't. Grandma, please. I couldn't tell if she. Okay, well, I did just smudge, so I could spend a little bit more time in here. I got lucky there. I didn't know if she was about to come around the corner. Now, can it be Obake? Oh my god, we can't be anything because I'm still thinking of the last game. We haven't figured anything out yet. Alright, let me get salt. Something to work with here. I don't think I have the UV light. I'll get salt, UV. That should be something pretty straightforward. Get the next smudge. But I did just smudge her, so maybe she won't hunt again for a little bit, like a minute and a half, I believe. So I have a moment here to work with. Put a salt here, here, and here. That's perfect. I want to keep that on me. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you far? Problem is, I don't even know if this is actually the ghost room. But no matter what, she has been around here. Maybe it's just... I'm gonna drop this. Turn it off. Maybe it's the bathroom? That's just 10 degrees. It is so hard for this room to get cold. Let me walk into the living room. Okay. I think she knows I found her. What are you doing? Events through the wall. I guess we can determine that it's now. Okay. Okay, that's the problem with this salt is that, oh my god, it slowed her down way more than I thought. Did the black salt entirely stop the ghost? Or she went from moving to like nothing. Problem is I did use my smudge. Okay, this time, after this hunt, I'm gonna go outside, try and rule out the ghost. It's not Raiju. It did speed up, so any non-speeding up ghost I can get rid of. Okay, at least the hunts aren't really that long, but I'm already kind of wasting stuff. Since I did smudge. Oh man. Okay, we know this is not the room. Well, I have a couple seconds of the smudge to stop the next hunt. I'm gonna try and set up all my stuff in here. Come on, dots, go a little faster. Just want to cover this whole corridor. Damn it. That should be good. Just pick up everything. Toss it over here. I hate doing that because I'm going to drop important stuff. But here, I think we figured out the room. Okay, I'm going to get back to the truck so I don't have to stand in the rain. I'm going to finally rule out whatever couple ghosts. So, let me think. It's not Raiju, not Revenant. It's not a Fae, it's not a Hantu, because those are the ones that speed up. So at least we've done some kind of work here. All photos. Didn't get motion sensor. So I'm just going to take 2 things of sanity. We'll have 1 more. Have to go back in with this. We have every bit of evidence. I'm going to go for the UV again. And then maybe a burned crucifix. We don't even need a burned crucifix photo. But just to give me a couple extra seconds to survive, I'm going to throw a crucifix down. Okay, but I think we figured out the room. I think. Especially since I hear dirty water, I think? Now oh my god, what a roomy ghost. Are you doing the shower? But this room, there's stuff thrown around in here, but this room is not cold. Can you just pick a room and stay in it? This ghost has like 3 favorite rooms right now. I'm gonna have to turn the breaker off to figure out what the room actually is. Let's go for it, though. Okay, this is where we figure out if there's footprints, which there does not seem to be, and the ghost did lead back into here, so maybe this is actually the room? Okay, but I am going to turn off the breaker. We did not get UV. As long as I have my smudge on me, I don't care. I'm going to the basement. Turning this breaker right off, because I am tired of ghosts that just do not make the room cold enough to find. Ow. Is that a hunt? Guess not. As long as I have my smudge, man. I'm gonna drop this here for now. Let's point this light maybe that way. Get rid of all these. So I have this to slow down the ghost if she starts hunting me. Now, just focusing on waiting for the room to be cold. So in the meantime, I guess I could go. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go. I gotta remember I have a hiding spot. I'm gonna get another crucifix in here. I don't even know what else could help me. Maybe something to film, like a motion sensor. The other crucifix, motion sensor, and then maybe the firelight, just to see if the ghost is around. I could get the sound recorder in here, but I'm not exactly ready to do that. Oh man, just choosing to do nightmare was one hell of a choice. I'll put this here. It's gonna detect all around this corner. I saw that. Screw you, ghost. I'm putting this in here in case you want to hunt. Actually, I really should just put this around areas that I don't want her to hunt. Like right here. And then we'll just leave the other crucifix back here, maybe. Where did the video camera? It's back here. That's the one thing I didn't get. Can I film that? No. Okay, now the goal is to keep this video camera on me and get some stuff for video. I also need to start checking these rooms. Is this the cold room? Finally down to 6 degrees. I don't know how it's so damn warm. I don't know what the blood moon does for temperature ranges. Yeah, these rooms are cold. But the lowest we've seen is 6. We have not gotten down under 6. Okay, there. I think this is the ghost room for now, at least, until the ghost inevitably roams. That's why I gotta keep this video on me, so that way we can actually get some stuff done. Thing is, we just do not have writing. I heard, I'm gonna put this out here. I heard the window bang, but it doesn't matter because we already looked for things. That's great. I'm gonna drop this up here, try and drop some of this around here. Maybe put this a little closer into the ghost room so it actually does something. I don't know what was thrown out here. Guess we got footage of it though. Are you here?
From behind.
Friendly? Thank you.
Attack.
Okay, all kinds of stuff. But spirit box. You gotta be careful if it's yokai. Didn't switch my camera fast enough for that. Okay, so once again I didn't have my smudge on me. I'm glad the ghost didn't hunt, but I might have been able to get away. This time we have smudge. We're not getting EMF 5. Let me just check. I don't think it's gonna go down to freezing with this ghost being so warm, but maybe it will. Gotta remember we're probably... Wow, okay. Could it be demon? No. This is why I had this out here. Let's... What else do I have in here for evidence? I have everything. So we've not gotten UV. Oh, dots. Wounds dots has been out here. I'm gonna try and put the dots pointing in and hope that helps. Okay. Part of me wants to smudge just so I have more time, but I'm gonna put this crucifix here. So much for that. And so much for filming that. So much for keeping this out. As soon as I tried to put those dots in there, I just filmed motion sensor duplicate. Door moved is the only duplicate. Object thrown, fire extinguished, shadow, door moved. Oh my god. So, I actually don't have a motion sensor video. There. I'm gonna try to leave. Oh my god. Okay, let me regroup. This has been the most grueling experience ever. Somehow, all objectives are done. We have photos that are all unique. We have videos. And we still have not really gotten much here. I don't really have an idea of what it could be. I don't think it can be Phantom, right? Because we've gotten... Yeah, ghost photo, so it's not Phantom. Okay, let me see. Number one, we have the smudge at the door. So we have 2 smudges left. I'm gonna go in with this. And... the only maybe other thing is we try and set up a bigger dots field. I'm gonna go for that. But alrighty. As long as I have a smudge, and having a smudge here is gonna make sure I don't get dead-ended. We also have salt to slow down the ghost. Was that the other burn crucifix? Burning? Yes. Let me check this before... I kind of want to turn the breaker on. We can just determine... Yeah, it's not going down to freezing. Let's set up... I'm gonna probably have to use this smudge. Let me just make sure I have it. Okay, set up the rest of the dots field in this room. We'll have everything covered, mostly. Nice. That should be really, really effective. I am still seeing my breath in here. I'm not going to smudge. I can't even tell. Lights are off. It's so bright in here. No, don't do that. Ghost orb. Okay. I don't know if I just filmed the ghost orb. I don't even need to film anything. But look, we got a ghost orb. Mare Yokai Onryo. It's blown out the candle once. Can't really do a proper Onryo test. Okay. I'm gonna turn this on. Light it. Get the audio recording going. That's the second blowout. I don't know if it's Onryo. I don't know how I'm alive. At least we're making progress finally. I kind of want to look. Maybe it was yokai for me talking. It seems like it could be yokai. Now, we've not gotten UV. Let me look for writing. Because if it's mimic, it's going to have 2 evidences along with that. We had spirit box, put that in. We've not gotten EMF 5. It's not going down to freezing. We didn't get UV. Now, where did my writing book go? You've not thrown the writing book. But hey, let's just look to try and remember. A mimic would be spirit box, UV, and freezing. So we've got spirit box, but there's no UV and there's no freezing. So this is not going to be a mimic, hopefully. I think it would have gone, if it was a freezing ghost, when I had the breaker off, it would have gone down to freezing. So I think we are dealing with one of these three, and I was talking and it hunted. So maybe yokai, but one other thing I can do is see if we can go for a third blowout. If it hunts after this blowout, I didn't use my smudge thankfully, but if it blows that out and then hunts, that's a big sign it's an Onryo. I can't really do a proper Onryo test because I've used up my crucifixes, but I am still remembering a good amount of nightmare from this. See, touching stuff through walls, but I think the motion sensor just went off. Give us a sign. I'm gonna try and stand, well, if she's in the motion sensor, at least I know she's over there. Onryos are supposed to blow out candles more. Now, unfortunately, I can do a mirror test, I think. Is the breaker on? I'm gonna try and do that mirror test. Let me go get the breaker on. I guess I never turned it back on. I heard something get thrown. I'm just trying not to get caught off guard. But a mirror will turn the light back off. So let's try that. And just do this while I'm waiting for the ghost to blow out for the third time. So we're currently doing both an Onryo kind of test. That's the third blowout and there was no hunt. So I know I've had that happen before where I counted it as the third blowout. This is the best hiding spot in Tanglewood. I could try and talk. And see, oh, and she went down the stairs. I could try and talk and see if the yokai talking gets her to be mad at me, but... Come on, I just want to have one successful game here. It could be a perfect game too. While I'm doing these other tests. What did... You only got fire extinguish. Can't get us down to the motion sensor. So what the mirror should do is when you turn it on, it has a chance of turning the light right back off. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. Oh my god, my thing got caught on the table. Oh no, oh no, oh my god. It looked like she sped up, but she actually didn't see me back here. Alright, well, at least I can prove myself a little bit, but if this was a fast ghost, I'd definitely be dead. But the default speed for a Blood Moon ghost really isn't that bad. Until it sees you and it speeds up. Okay. We actually did record the hunting ghost somehow. That kind of feels like a fluke, but somehow we got it. My current guess would be yokai, because I was talking near her. Let's just keep going with the blowout test, because if it does blow out and then hunt, that's a sign. Are you here? Who are you, by the way? Cora, are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? You want to hunt because I'm talking? You want to blow out that candle? I'm currently doing every test I could possibly do right now. See? She's blowing it out, but she's not hunting. Okay. She's really blowing it out? Trying to record something that isn't. I only have 2 deletes. I'm trying not to record that. We've not gotten EMF 5. And I'm okay. And I've not gotten the mayor. The only thing that it kind of seems like it did was the yokai, and he broke the light out here. Are you here, Cora? Can you give me one sign without attacking me? I'm gonna try and hit the light. She doesn't, I mean, she broke out a light. I don't remember if she turned on a light. That's something I need to pay attention. if she's turning on lights. But I've been holding my mic open and she's not hunting. Cora, are you here? The answer is yes. Is there anything I can do here to just confirm what this ghost is? I'm gonna try and do this until we get hunted one more time. I don't think it's Onryo. It's blowing out candles a lot, but it's not hunting. Onryos are supposed to hunt after blowing out a candle every third blowout. We're not getting the mare ability, which this is a pretty good test. Oh, sound. I just noticed. You're drawing me back here to die, aren't you? Alright, make this whisper quick, please. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh my god, I knew that was gonna happen. I think I can get away though. I still have a smudge. Oh god, no. The stupid smudge is getting stuck. Yeah, pull that out of there, please. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know if that was a yokai because I was talking. My guess is yokai because there was one time where I was talking and she seemed to do it. We've not gotten the mare. Onryo. I need to like kind of just sit around. So I'm pretty sure like I gotta remember how Onryos work. A lit, yeah, it is not an Onryo because a lit candle counts as a crucifix, and the ghost is hunting around it. So I just don't think this could possibly be an Onryo. Going again, are we? I'm gonna hang in there a little bit longer. That may have gotten me killed. Oh, that may have gotten me killed. I'm going to loop. I don't know if she even saw me go in here. Oh, hello, altar. I don't know which way she's gonna come from. Maybe she didn't actually suspect me to go in here. I don't know how. Oh my god, okay. Talk about insane. This one game feels like it's been going on forever. I want to have some kind of concrete feeling of what this ghost is. I think it's a yokai. And unfortunately, I can't go back to having enough sanity to properly see if it's early hunting, and I don't even have the board, so that's not going to help. I can't really do a mare early hunt. It broke one light. I don't know if the mare can really break lights more often. So we have everything. This is actually going to be a perfect game if we get the ghost right. And that's the most important thing here. Not seeing dots, not seeing aim by 5, no UV, no writing, no freezing. Now, the only problem is she's not thrown the book. I don't really know how that matters. I think this is yokai. Are you here, Cora? Hunt me. Give us a sign. Are you here? Hunt. Now, please. There's definitely Onryo is crossed out. But maybe those blowouts are supposed to be like the crucifix working. But if I can't get one moment where it seems like she blows out the candle, then hunts. Because that's supposed to be the power, is that when it blows it out, it, you know... I wish you were a phantom and I could take a photo of you. But if you're not going to even remotely do this mare thing... At least I've gotten somewhat of a strategy down here. Was that not a hunt? Was that the light break? That was the... Oh my god. Okay, she blew it out there and then hunted. That seems like Onryo. Oh god. Now it seems like it could be Onryo. Now, I'm gonna start talking to her. That's gonna be my final test. I'm gonna start talking to her. And if she starts hunting because of that... she blew out the candle, then hunted, kind of like right after. It wasn't immediately. We won't rule out Onryo. But I'm gonna talk to her. And if for sure the mayor thing, I can probably rule out mayor because it's not been doing that. But right now, I feel like it could be Onryo and it could be yokai. Oh, look at that sickle. I'm just gonna walk into you. I probably should also grab this other smudge just so I have it on me. I'm gonna actually just use it. Oh, well. Alright then. I will use it. Just so I can sit here. And see if this happens. Now, I don't know if this works differently because this room has multiple rooms. Let me just make sure. Is there UV around here? Yeah. I just don't want UV popping up somehow. This is very grueling. If this mayor test, you really don't want me doing this, do you? This mayor test is going nowhere. I think what I'll do is just bring in as many candles as I can. Yeah, she knows she can't hunt right now. Actually, I don't know. Are you here, Cora? Give us a sign. Cora, if you can hunt me, just override that smudge and hunt me right now. I don't know if she can, but I forgot I was going to talk to her, but I'm still trying to do this mayor test. Right now, all I got to do is go back to holding my microphone open, which I'm doing. I've gotten a yokai to hunt me doing that recently. No sign of it being a mare, though. It only broke out one light. I think a mare would break out more lights, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Seems to be very mad. Alright, well, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go get the rest of the fire lights in here, and I'm gonna set them up everywhere. And if she starts blowing them out like crazy, we're gonna see if it is at all an Onryo. But right now, I'm gonna rule out mare. So I'm gonna just do a combination of talking and having all these lights around. But the idea is these lights are supposed to be like crucifixes for an Onryo. So if the damn thing hunts, we know something is going on. I'm gonna put them all in here. Maybe this one like right here. Let me run back and grab this. Now that smudge, first one. Okay. On the... What is happening? What was that ghost event? I didn't hear a light break. This light is broken. Okay, now she's blowing out candles. I think this might actually be an Onryo. Oh, I think this is an Onryo. Just hunt me off one of these and we can confirm, and then I'll get the hell out of here. I got 5 lights. My hand light counts as well. It's very hard to tell. See, that's the point of this channel, is for me to learn the game. And now that we're finally getting back to Nightmare after the Chronicle update, this is the whole point of my channel, is that I wanted to learn this. So that's why I'm sticking here. I want to try and have some kind of idea that I did this right. And of course, I didn't really do the Onryo test right because I was using up my crucifixes, but it's kind of hard to play Nightmare on a blood moon. So I'd say we're doing pretty good for second game. I gotta remember this isn't technically the first game. Let's just keep going with the... I don't know, man. I was pretty sure that a lit candle counts as a crucifix. So I don't know how it could hunt with any of these lit. Because the idea is that it's supposed to blow them out and then hunt. Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? Cora, hunt me. Do something. Please, get mad at me. I don't know. We know you're here. I've just never really seen an Onryo blow out a candle and then insta-hunt. That could have been it though. Like, she blew out that candle and hunted. And there was that one moment where she was blowing out candles like crazy. So maybe based off that one moment, because I have been talking and she hasn't hunted me from talking. The only thing that it seems like this could be is Onryo. And if it's not an Onryo, at least I'll learn. A ghost still could blow out candles like that. But it was blowing out almost all of them. It blew out 3 of the 4 fire lights over there. All this and I still haven't even had to deal with a cursed hunt. Alright, I really want to get this right. I'm gonna say Onryo, are you here? Are you friendly? Cora, I know you just hunted. But at this point I can't tell the difference between what might be a hunt from me talking and from all these lanterns. I think it's, now I want to say it's yokai, because maybe I was talking. Now she's not blowing out any candles. Oh my god. I wish there was like, there's something about I think there's more ways of testing this, and I'm just not figuring it out. There were only 2 moments where I would say that I think a hunt started from the candle being blown out. Are you here? Hunt me. I'm scared. I'm just gonna have some moments like that where I try and talk to her. Are you here? Are you friendly? I'm scared. Cora, please. Can you give us a sign? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you close? You staying back here now? If this counts as a crucifix, that should stop you from hunting, right? I'm sure I've got the Onryo a little misconstrued. I think maybe she changed favorite rooms. Let's just try and keep some of these back here now. I thought she was in the foyer to begin with. I'm just gonna plant these all around here. Okay. Hunt? I think there's no way this is an Onryo. I think this is a yokai. And if it's a mare, an Onryo would have hunted from one of these blowouts. I know it's blowing it out a lot, but I think... Hunt? But there's no hunt! That's 3 in a row and there's no hunt. And it just turned on a light. This is a yokai. Oh my god, perseverance? I'm gonna leave. Look, it can't be Onryo. It blew out so many. It blew out like 5 in a row there with no hunt. Yokai, mare, turn on a light. Yokai, please let this be a yokai. This is, finally I got enough evidence to have some faith in my answer. Let's get out of here. Let's see. Can I actually get a perfect Blood Moon game to start this off? Just forget about that first death, by the way. Please, please, I am hoping for this. This would be such a satisfying payoff. It's not a mare. We know it's not a mare. Maybe changing room? Oh my god, okay, I don't know how Onryos work. I was told every time on the 3rd blowout it's supposed to hunt. Were the other candles stopping it from blowing out? I really just don't know how an Onryo works, damn it. And I've had multiple Onryos. I just don't get it. I don't understand the whole 3 blowout. It blew out 5 candles in a row and didn't hunt. I do not understand Onryos. Whatever. At least, yes, that did seem like an extra amount. Another thing about Onryos I don't really know is how often more blowouts is. So it blowing them out like that was supposed to be more often. It could have, to me it felt like that could have been a normal ghost just blowing him out like that. Whatever, at least we're trying to learn here. And again, at least I didn't die. And I'm still happy I'd lasted as long as I could. And the ghost at least changed the rooms. And the mare, we knew it wasn't mare. I need to also look into yokai and see if there's more about a yokai I can figure out. But okay, here we go. At least I got a taste of what to expect. But when it comes to the small maps, I do want to keep doing Nightmare. But also, like, Point Hope is here. Camp Woodwind I'd like to do on Professional, even though it's a small map. But Bleasdale and Grafton are also ones that are in the rotation, so I'd like to visit them. So we're going to do a mix of Professional and Nightmare. But I would like to come back next time and do another Nightmare game before we head off to one of these other maps. But we don't know what the Blood Moon's going to be on next time, so I guess the Blood Moon will decide what we're going to do next time. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.